So I'm about to go for my first drum lesson with Dan Welby.
Don't mind me, I'm just sitting here all by myself. Don't mind me, I'm just sitting.
I've taken drum lessons before. I took them many years ago, just after I finished school. I had fashioned a very interesting kind of kit. I have a drum pad and I have sticks and I had pillows and boxes and things, and I set up this like faux drum kit, but it's really not the same. So Dan's gonna help me pick out an electronic drum kit to practice on, and I have a couple options for practicing on a real kit, and hopefully I'll get some practice in every week. I had to take my sweater off because I was getting really warm just holding the camera up and talking to you guys. So Dan is an amazing teacher, and he and his wife started their own school called Soundcheck Music School. So I'll be going to their school to do the lessons. I've known Dan pretty much since I moved to Los Angeles. He and I have been in at least 3 bands together, and we've played in a couple other just random gigs. We started out in this band called Damn Hippie Freaks, and then he and I were in Time in the Dragon. When we both got recruited for the band, neither of us knew that the other was there, and we showed up at rehearsal and we're like, hey, I know you. And then we've also been in his wife's band, Electra, and sometimes in our Time in the Dragon rehearsals, he'll, hop on bass and I'll hop on drums, and he would teach me like little things, and he breaks it down so stupid simple that you wonder how anyone couldn't play the drums. So the first song we're gonna learn is Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. I kind of figure it's easy enough to learn, but with some pieces in there that are not as easy. But we'll see. I can at least play a basic rock beat, so let's see how it goes. Time for some drum lessons.
Okay.
This is the first part of my first drum lesson with Dan Welby.
Beautiful.
We've got pads and sticks.
So.
Brought my own.
Looks good. So let's go ahead. Let's make a triangle pattern like right up above the drum pad. Keep the tip off of the drum about an inch or so. Good. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Good. 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 4. Little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, push. Push hard. You got it. Come on. Nice. Almost there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. Very nice. Very
That's
nice.
intense.
So, yeah. So, and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E, 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. That really covers a bunch of the fundamentals that I think will put us in decent shape to execute this song.
Okay.
I hope.
I hope so too.
All right.
I'm glad I'm vlogging so I can go home and be like,
You know what?
okay, so those were the drills.
That's appropriate.
Right? That's a good way to say it, right? It's the drills.
Absolutely.
See, Dan agrees with me. So we're gonna go to the real kit now.
Right.
Let's do this.
And ever rewinds back you high. I know what you do when you think you're so sly. So sly, you think that you're so slick.
How did I do, Dan?
You did fantastic. I thought it was an amazing first jump into the song. I think you saw some things that you didn't realize were going to be coming at you, and you're like, oh, hey, what about that? But I know you're going to get it. I know you're going to work hard, and you're going to listen to the song in a different way. You have a great start, so with some work and some effort, it's going to be amazing. I see nothing but great stuff happening.
You hear that, guys? He told me I'm a rock star drummer already. I just absolutely nailed it. No mistakes. That's what I heard. No mistakes. I really enjoyed playing in this space, by the way. This cool setup you've got here. is at your school, Soundcheck Music School, right?
Yeah, that's right. This is our live jam room. We do all sorts of student live band rehearsals in here, as well as other band rehearsals for some of my other bands I play with, such as, what's that band, Time and the Dragon, I think?
I thought it was Time and the Idiot.
Yeah, this is where we do all the fun stuff, man. We get loud and rock and roll in here, and we love it.
Well, thanks for our first lesson, Dan. I think we're on our way to a really cool place.
Absolutely.
We'll pick it up again at the next lesson.
Can't wait.
And I will practice. Maybe I'll live stream my practice so you guys can enjoy what it's like to be with someone who's learning drums. It's up there on par, I think, with someone learning violin.
I was going to say violin is appropriate there.
Violin and drums, the two worst instruments to be around when someone's learning. So that was my first drum lesson. I think it went really well. If you live in the Los Angeles area, here's where you can do some learning. So what did my first drum lesson teach me? It taught me how to count. It taught me to be kind to myself and patient with myself. I need to practice a lot. I think that's it. Big thank you to Dan Welby for being the man most patient that he is and being willing to teach me to play drums. And thank you to the Soundcheck Music School for letting me be here and take part in this. A big thank you to iPhoneDo for being so supportive because he's going to have to listen to me practice, and that's not easy. So while I don't see myself becoming the next Steve Gadd, I do want to learn to play drums well. And I want to play it, so that I can sit down with a band and groove, or I can write over my own songs if I want. And I actually very much want to be able to play and sing. So my goal will be actually to play the song Dreams and then sing while I play it, which I think is actually going to take a very long time. We'll see. We'll see how long it takes. I'm ready to put the work in. There have been many moments in my life where I was like, oh, I want to learn to play this instrument. And those moments stand out to you, those moments of inspiration. And one of these moments for me to learn to play drums happened many years ago when I was watching a DVD of Alice in Chains. So this DVD was called Music Bank. It was originally on VHS, but the copy I had was on DVD. They put together a behind the scenes, behind the music kind of video. They had this moment where they're in a rehearsal space. The camera's panning and you hear the music and the drums are going and there's a vocalist coming in and it's not Lane. Then it comes to this point where there's this flashy warning, and then there's a scrolling marquee underneath and it says, warning, drummer singing, singer drumming. And that moment cracked. I mean, there's a whole bunch that goes on this video. So many cool behind the scenes moments with these guys. And that moment has stuck with me forever. Oh no, watch out, warning, the singer is drumming and the drummer is singing. When I make that swap with Dan in the rehearsal space and we're just playing around, I just see it in my head every time. So that little video clip is one of the reasons I wanted to learn to play drums. As I remember more, I'll share more with y'all. I want to thank you all so much for joining me in my first day of drumming and watching my vlog here about my first drum lesson. I'm really excited to go on this journey. I'm really excited to bring you on this journey with me and excited to watch how I progress by watching back at these videos. If you love music, if you like musicians, if you like vlogs about music and musicians and being a musician, please subscribe. And if you know other people who like stuff like this, please share it with them. And make sure that when you subscribe, you hit the little notification bell because that's how you know that the new video is up. If you liked the video, give it a little thumbs up. Just look for I am Inene if you're going to follow me on social media and you'll find me. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. Thank you so much and have an amazing day. Bye! One and a what now?
One and a two and a baby.
I see you.